By now, you know how the machine thinks. It predicts the next token. It has frozen weights. It has a finite context window. It can hallucinate. It can be given information through memory or RAG. So, how do you talk to it so it does what you want? That's called prompting, and it's not magic, it's structural. Here's the reframe. The model isn't a person you're convincing, it's a prediction system. Whatever's in the prompt, the model is trying to figure out what should come next. Prompt engineering is just shaping what's in the prompt to get the model into a good position to predict well. There are roughly 5 things a prompt can do to change the model's behavior. Each one is a different way to shift the prediction. First, set the role. When a prompt says, "You are a senior software engineer reviewing code for security issues," the model isn't actually being assigned a role. It's reading a description, and statistically, in its training data, text that follows that description tends to look more careful, more technical, more security-focused. So the model continues with that flavor. Role prompts work because they shift the prediction toward the kind of text usually written in that context. Second, provide examples, sometimes called few-shot prompting. Show the model 2 or 3 examples of what good answers look like, and the model picks up on the pattern and continues it. This works because the model is extremely good at continuing patterns. Show it 3 Q&A pairs, then a 4th question, and it will produce a 4th answer in the same style. Third, structure the output. If you want JSON, ask for JSON. If you want a numbered list, ask for a numbered list. If you want exactly 1 sentence, ask for 1 sentence. The model is trying to predict what comes next. If the prompt has set up a structured form, the most likely continuation is that form. Fourth, encourage step-by-step reasoning. You've probably seen prompts like, "Let's think step by step." Why does that help? Because the model is generating 1 token at a time. Breaking a problem into steps gives it intermediate context to work with, instead of forcing a single jump to the answer. It doesn't guarantee better reasoning, but for many tasks, it makes good reasoning more likely. Fifth, constrain. Tell the model what not to do. Don't include disclaimers. Limit to 50 words. Don't make assumptions about my technical background. These all shape the prediction by ruling out common patterns. And, like all prompting, they work statistically. The model is more likely to follow the constraint, not guaranteed, especially if it conflicts with other instructions. A few practical points. Position can matter. In long prompts, instructions near the beginning or just before the task are often followed more reliably than ones buried in the middle. Bury an instruction in the middle of a 50,000 token document, and it might quietly get ignored. Repetition helps. If something really matters, say it twice. At the top, and again right before the model needs to act on it. Specificity beats cleverness. Write a tweet is vague. Write a 280-character, 1-sentence tweet ending with a question gives the model a much clearer target. And the model can be inconsistent. Same prompt can produce different outputs because there's randomness in how tokens are selected. So good prompts aren't recipes. They're starting points you refine. So here's the picture. Prompting is not casting a spell. It's giving the model context that makes good prediction the most likely thing it can do. Roles shift the prediction. Examples set patterns. Structure constrains form. Reasoning steps unlock harder problems. Constraints rule things out. Each one changes what next looks like to the model. To recap, prompting is structural. It works because the model is predicting what comes next, and the prompt shapes what next should look like. 5 tools: role, examples, structure, reasoning, constraints. Position matters. Specificity beats cleverness. Same prompt isn't always the same answer. Next episode, you now know how to talk to one model in one conversation. What if it could plan steps, use tools, and work in a loop? That's an agent. If this was useful, subscribe. It tells me to keep making them. See you next episode.